Hunting clothing has come a long way, and it's never been easier to stay comfortable from September to January. Today we're going to talk about how to stay warm in those late season hunts, and there's two main considerations you want to keep in mind for staying warm. First is controlling moisture from sweat or precipitation, and the other is how your clothing fits and works together to manage your body temperature. One of the keys is not sweating. Sweat kills in cold weather, and we want to remove layers when we get too warm or we're being more active, and then put them back on when we're still. And having multiple layers that work together is going to be a big deal for us. So you have a next to skin layer that wicks moisture away from your body, then an insulation layer, and then an outer shell. And you can add more layers in between as you need them. But that's the basic idea. And one of the key elements in there is what really keeps your body warm is warm air trapped close to the skin. And that's what we're looking for no matter what. And the same thing goes for your feet. How your boots fit your feet is really important. So when you go to try them on, you want to wear wool socks that you'll be wearing in the fields, and then you want them to be not too tight, so that when your feet swell, you still have plenty of room, and you also have that nice area for that warm air to get trapped in. And for cold weather hunting, you can go with an insulated rubber boot or a waterproof leather hiking boot. It really depends on the area you're hunting, the type of hunting you do. If you're not going to be very mobile, a waterproof rubber boot is probably going to be a great option. If you're hiking a lot, you're going to have to go with something more athletic like a hiking boot. Now, in terms of materials that you can choose from for your insulation, for next to skin, a synthetic layer or merino wool both are great options. And then for insulation, you can go with synthetic insulation or down. This is a down puffy vest right here. And down is really great, keeps you very warm. It's lightweight, so it's easy to stuff into a backpack. The downsides of down is if it gets wet, it goes flat, and when it goes flat, it loses all of its insulation properties. So if you're hunting in someplace where it's going to be wet, down is probably not going to be the best option. You probably want to go with something like a synthetic insulation that even if it gets wet, it'll still retain some of its insulating properties. The other downside to down is that it needs to be covered in some type of moisture resistant outer shell, so it gets really loud. So if you're hunting whitetails on a calm day, having a down outer garment is probably not the best choice. Maybe something a little bit quieter like this fleece would be a great option to keep you warm. Like I said, merino wool is a really excellent outer shell. This is a heavier merino wool sweatshirt. It's an excellent mid layer. Pairing that with a wind stopping outer shell is a great late season system. So as you head out for a late season hunt, keep in mind that sweat kills in cold weather, so remove layers when you're active, put them back on when you're still. Avoid cotton because cotton doesn't dry very quickly. It'll hold moisture in, which will make you even more cold. Match the insulation that you're using to the conditions you're hunting. And for more information, click the link in the description below. It'll take you to bowhunting360.com, where we have a really in-depth article on different techniques for keeping yourself warm, as well as a full breakdown of different types of insulation. Thanks so very much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.